Persuasive essays. Persuasive essays make an argument through the use of reason. The purpose is to convince the reader to adopt the writer's point of view on a topic, which implies that there is more than one point of view. Unlike exposition, where the facts of a topic are generally agreed upon, persuasion involves acknowledging the complexity of an issue while promoting a particular position. As you begin to write a persuasive essay, your own thoughts and feelings about a topic will be clarified. The goal, as authors of the Little Brown Reader, Stubbs and Barnett note, is to show that your position is one that can be held by a reasonable person, even if you don't convince the reader to change his or her mind. One effective strategy for persuasion was developed by the psychotherapist Carl Rogers, not in the context of writing, but in the context of persuading a person in therapy to change. The Rogerian position is to find common ground, things that people with differing viewpoints on a topic can agree upon, first in the interest of problem solving. Stubbs and Barnett identify the following strategies as Rogerian. State the problem, identifying it as a reason for concern. Show respect for people with different perspectives. Set forth opposing positions fairly, that is, advocates of these positions would find your statements fair. Validate what is true in opposing positions, for example, acknowledging situations when the perspectives would be acceptable, and find common ground. And demonstrate how people whose perspective differs from yours will benefit if they change their minds and adopt your perspective. Persuasive essays involve an appeal to the needs of the reader, attempting to convince the reader of the value of the writer's perspective. Appeals to reason as well as to emotion are common in persuasive essays. Appeals to reason include logic, both deduction, if the premises are true, the conclusion must be true, and induction, if numerous specific cases are true, then the general rule applies. Appeals to emotion involve eliciting a strong emotion, for example, pity, fear, or sense of tradition, in the reader to strengthen the reader's reaction to the facts. It is not appropriate to use emotional appeals to distract from the facts, to take the place of reason, or to oversimplify an issue. Every persuasive essay will involve presentation of evidence, usually of three types: examples, expert testimony, and statistics or research-based evidence. Examples may include real examples, hypothetical situations, and analogies. Testimony involves invoking authorities on a topic, such as through the use of quotations. Statistics and research-based evidence involve citation of statistical data and/or conclusions from studies to support a position. Note that it is critical not to take such evidence out of context, or the argument will be substantially flawed. The general structure of a persuasive essay involves the following: background information, reader's preconceptions, the thesis or a claim, evidence supporting the thesis, counter-evidence, that is, opposing perspective, responses to counterclaims and counter-evidence, both refutation and acknowledgement of validity, and reaffirmation, for example, the thesis is the best solution.